Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Mrs. Thompson. I'm Karen Thompson, a former hospital food service director, dietitian, retired family consumer science teacher, and cook. Today, we're heading back to China for pepper beef. I was in the grocery store yesterday and came across this meat that was like pre sliced, and I thought, oh, I can do something with that. It's these nice little thin slices. They're calling it breakfast steak. I have no idea what cut of beef that is. I've looked at many beef charts and I've never seen anything called breakfast steak. So I think it'll be good for stir fry. I have no idea, how tender or tough it is. So we will be doing velveteen tenderizing process to it, and I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, than the 15 minutes I normally do. It is 9:30 and it's for supper. 9:30 in the morning, and this is for supper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this meat into strips. Keeping my fingers bent. Well, that was hard, not. So I've got these, nice strips of beef. So what am I going to tenderize this with? Well, first thing I'm going to do is put my beef in the bowl. I'm going to kind of break it apart. My meat is all separated into strips. So now I'm going to add the rest of the velveteen tenderizing marinade. So I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda. This is the agent that really gets in and starts the tenderizing process. I have 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoons of oil. It's a neutral oil. I believe I'm using avocado oil. And last but not least, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And this will give it that nice velvet texture that you find in restaurants. 1, 2. All right. Now, using my hands, I'm just going to get in and massage this meat. Oh, I forgot one thing. I want a tablespoon of water. I'm going to really try to work all of these things into each piece of meat. So you can see how that cornstarch and baking soda, I'm sorry, it's baking soda, is just coating all of this meat. Now I'm wash my hands. I'm going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator till this evening when it's time to cook. That's it. It's supper time and time to cook. I've already got my rice going because this dish goes so incredibly fast. You want everything prepped, ready to rock and roll, and it's going to come together super fast. So let's prep veg. I have 2 peppers. I have an orange and a yellow because that's what I have. You can use green, you can use red, you can use any combination. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to cut these into long strips, keeping my fingers bent. So I'll prep these 2 peppers and then we'll get on to the next. I've got 1 onion and I'm going to cut into pretty decent chunks. So I'm going to take the root end as well as the top end off before cutting it in half. Cut in half and peel. You do not want to put onion skins down the garbage disposal unless maybe your husband's a plumber, and then he probably isn't going to let you do it. Stops them up. Ask me how I know. Big chunks. So I'm just going to cut it in half and then chunk it up. Set it to the side. I'm going to use about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. My garlic, I'm just going to slice thinly and then go back and give it a rough chop. Up next, I have roughly a 2-inch piece of ginger that I'm going to peel with a spoon. You just take your spoon and go right down the ginger, and that thin skin just comes right off. My ginger is peeled. I'm just going to split this in half so that it lays on my cutting board a little better. I'm going to thinly slice it, and then I'm going to roughly chop it as well. Everything is chopped. I'm just going to set this to the side. As always, I have my paper towel, and we're going to make the sauce. So the sauce consists of 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I'm not going to measure it because it's so thick. But I do know that 3 tablespoons of soy and 3 tablespoons of oyster is going to be 6 tablespoons, which is just under, it's 2 tablespoons less than half a cup. So I kind of measured it. I've got 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce. This is for color. 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. 1 tablespoon of sugar. And a half a teaspoon of vinegar. I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. 3 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, and I'm going to eyeball this one. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And this will make it nice and thick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use a tablespoon and a half. And stir it up. Right now, the sauce is kind of opaque looking from the cornstarch. But after it activates at around 180, 190 degrees, and it starts to thicken, it gets that translucent quality that you see. Perfect. I spoke too soon on the chopping. I forgot green onions. So I've got roughly half a bunch. I'm going to chop and separate them. So the whites are going to go with my onion, and then some of the better greens, my onions are getting a little bit old, I'm going to put as a garnish. Okay, here we go. To my wok, I've got it heated. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. I think there was a little bit of water in my ramekin. And I'm going to add my beef. I'm going to try to get this into a single layer and let her rip. Can you see how nice and brown that's looking? It's good. I'm stirring fairly constantly to keep it from sticking on the bottom. My beef is done. It took, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe? Not long, 4. So I'm just going to take that off. So I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. And my peppers, my onions, my ginger, my everything. I'm going to add, whoops, don't want to do it that way, do I? And stir. I'm going to try to get some burnt, charred edges on it. We'll see if I can do it. Yeah. Not looking to completely cook these. Just knock the raw edge off of it. To quote Cassie Young, she does some amazing Chinese, by the way. Love it and leave it alone. So that's what I'm going to do. Vegetables are done. I'm going to add my meat back. Toss to combine. Give my sauce a stir to make sure that none of the cornstarch has settled to the bottom. And that's going in. I'm just bringing everything up to temperature, letting that sauce thicken, which it just makes it coat all of the meat and the vegetables so nicely. And there you have it, pepper steak. Let's taste. All right, I'm going to serve mine over rice. All right, let's taste. Now, my chopstick skills are not what they used to be. I'm going to try the meat first. Mmm, it's very tender. The flavor is very good. It's got a little bit of pepper in it. It's quite good. Oh, I didn't garnish. The other garnish that I thought would be really good is some chili crisp. What do you think? Look good? Now let's try it. I'm gonna try pepper this time. Mmm. That is so good. The chili crisp will definitely help clear your sinuses. Please like, share, and follow Cooking with Mrs. Thompson, and leave a comment. You guys have a great day. Thanks.